We are. We're like staring into each other's eyes.
No, we're not like that. No.
Trust and understanding of a business isn't bought or gained overnight.
If you are trying to go viral, stop.
Academic you are on paper, it's about your attitude, your social awareness.
Alex Hormozy, this guy is a legend, right?
Yeah. Are going to take longer. You know, what kind of thing are you selling? It's as deep as that. You know,
And here we are. Jinx.
Ooh, jinx.
No, none of us can talk. It's a quiet podcast. Good morning.
Good afternoon.
And good evening.
Yes, and welcome to the Mr. and Mrs. in Business podcast.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Helen Butler.
And what do we talk about? Oh, why do you say your surname?
Because that's my name.
Right, okay. What do we talk about?
We talk about business.
Life.
And everything in between.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
Yes, we do.
So for those of us that are watching and have watched us before, we're in a very weird situation.
We are. We're like staring into each other's eyes.
No, we're not like that. No.
No.
We are in we're not in a brand new room. Actually, that's a lie. I'm not going to lie.
It's a brand new setup.
It's a brand new setup, yes. So for those that know, we have a company called Two Krakens where we hire out this beautiful space and other podcast studios. And we had a lot of feedback recently from visitors and booked tours coming around saying, love it all, but do you know what? I was looking more of a formal sit down at a table sort of setup, which we hadn't done, had we? We'd done lots of couch style things and relaxed environments because that's what we prefer. Yeah. But we always said that these spaces aren't for me and you, they're for
everybody
you guys.
Else. Yeah.
So we took the feedback on board.
Absolutely.
Screwed away. Got tables, got chairs, got new setups, got the TV screen. And here we are. Jinx.
Ooh, jinx.
No, none of us can talk. It's a quiet podcast.
That'd be an interesting one.
So it's not quite finished, so it's not available to book yet, but in the next couple of weeks it should be. Yeah. But we just wanted to give everyone a little flavour of what it's looking like. So this will seat 4 people with up to 3 camera angles, just like the other rooms as well. So yeah, but then if you're listening, you're not going to have a Scooby-Doo what it was we just said. It'll make no sense. You probably switched off by now.
Yeah, but I think it's nice, if you are regularly booking out the space, you can mix it up. I think that was what people's comments was as well, that they love the relaxed feeling, especially at the start, because it's not necessarily something that they've done before. I think some people can be like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm going to feel relaxed. And as soon as they come in, sit on the chairs, they're like, oh, that was all recorded and it's done. Yeah. So... whilst it's fantastic for that, it is nice to have a slightly different setup. I feel a little bit more on form here.
Yeah, it's like an interview.
I feel like, and
you get to freely move your arms.
Oh, not these arms. Get out more, will you?
So yeah, this does feel a bit more. I don't know if I prefer this setup. Everyone's different, right? That was the whole point to these studios was that it meets your needs.
Yeah, I mean it's a bit COVID style, isn't it? I could have my pajama bottoms on with this.
Yes, we need a screen in the middle then.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this one's for me so much, but we wanted to try
we'll
it.
See.
It's a test run.
Yeah.
Because the other thing we get a lot of people saying on our own podcast, the colours have changed on your podcast. They look a bit different, and that's intentional because we're always playing with colours and trying different looks.
Absolutely.
So that we can go to clients. Do you like this look? Do you like that look? So we use our 100%. Own podcast as a bit of a guinea pig in some ways and trying different things.
A little bit of like showing what we can offer, because not necessarily all our clients want to be shown in that way. They just want to have it as their own podcast and video production. So ours is a little bit like showing a bit of portfolio work as to what we can offer without showing everybody's like behind the scenes personal things, really.
Enough of that. Let's talk about what we're here to talk about today, which is, I think, if you are trying to go viral, stop. Go away.
Leave me alone.
Do not. This is what I want to talk about
do
today.
Not pass go. Do not collect.
You're not collecting your £200 or dollars. Because we've been seeing more and more clients recently talking about, I've been doing video and or I've been doing social media posts or just general content, and my competitors are getting more engagement, more comments, more likes, maybe more impressions, or the people are coming saying I'm not getting as many impressions as I would like, and they're always talking about viral. How do I go viral? What's the secret to viral? And I think in this podcast we just wanted to talk a little bit about what viral means, why you shouldn't be concentrating on viral and what you should be doing instead. Is that fair? A fair
Absolutely.
assessment of what we're talking about today?
Yeah.
And then we're going to mix in our little summer holidays and some personal bits and pieces.
Yeah, just end of the school holidays. Well, if you don't have kids, not, but like it does affect all businesses at the end of the day, doesn't it? So it does make a big impact on everybody. But yeah, I mean, it goes back to that quality, not quantity.
Right. So let's kick it off. What to you is viral? What's the definition of viral to you? I know there's a
well, yeah,
there might
be
version, but
yeah. I mean, it's having. Well, it's just having potentially millions of people having viewed your post.
Okay, so for you, it's more about impressions versus engagement. Yeah, that's what viral means. Because I'm not putting you on. Well, I am putting you on the spot. But people come in and say, "I want to go viral," but when we start quizzing them, it's slightly different what they mean. So I just want to get what your understanding of viral is.
Well, yeah, it seems to be like, oh yeah, look at this video; it's had 2 million views. That's what most people are saying. It's the views. It's not, oh, did you notice 100 people commented, or did you notice we had an influx of sales that week from that?
So for you, viral is all about views. I would say the same thing as well. When we talk about viral in the general public, I think most people are looking for those views, impressions, and because and I've seen an influx of these recently. A lot of people, especially for TikTok, talking about how they can give you a formula if you buy my course, the old thing we talk about for $99.99 on special offer today. How you buy my course, I will. Well, some of them actually say guarantee, and I don't know why they do that. But anyway, they say I will give you a formula. You follow my formula, and you will go viral. You will get millions of views. They are, if everyone knows me and what we talk about in this podcast, those are the worst types of people you can ever follow and listen to, in my opinion. And if you don't know why, listen to some of the other previous podcasts. I've banged on enough about this. They're there just to sell you the course. Simple as that. They're just trying to make money. It's just.
Well, there's bots these days now that can do the views, and you can buy followers,
following farms, and
I mean that is the thing, and you can see them a mile off. Suddenly someone's got X amount of followers, but they have no interaction in the posts, or they have all these pathetic comments on a post where they're clearly doing a follow train, and it's all their little like buddies in this group commenting and liking, but are they buying?
Well,
what value are they bringing?
You're skipping ahead.
I'm in trouble.
Right. So that's your definition of viral. Mine's very similar, and I think most of the people we're speaking to saying similar sorts of things: impressions, views.
Yeah.
Some talk about engagement, and it's interesting how a lot of people that come in and talk to us say that their videos are doing better; they're getting more views and impressions. And I say, how do you know? Because on some platforms, it doesn't tell you. Some platforms it's obvious, others it's not, and it's just it just looks better, and I think they are because they might be getting a few more comments or
they're
likes
telling
or
everyone they're smashing it.
Or
let me guess,
that's the common thing.
Best quarter this month,
yeah,
best quarter this week, best quarter this time.
Yeah. Best hour I've ever had. Best hour I've ever had.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, so we've defined then what we think viral is. Why should we not be concentrating on going viral? And for me, hold on, that was
a rhetorical question, then you carry on
talking. Wait for the gap. For me, when we talk about viral, if it's the wrong word, we shouldn't even be using that word. We should not be focused on going viral. And I'm going to tell you in a nutshell, a really short little story why. Let's imagine you've got two businesses. And let's say business A sells
fruit.
And they are a little corner shop. They're a bricks and mortar store. And they sell fruit. They don't do delivery. It's only you can buy from if you come into the shop. Okay, that's business A. Business B is say, give me an example.
Well, I don't know how different you want them.
They can be totally
different. Is it online only?
It can be online.
They sell horses.
They sell horses online. Wow, I don't know how they're transporting those, but there we go.
Well, you said you didn't mind.
Right. So let's say company one, company A with the corner shop selling the fruit, creates a video. We use a video for the argument's sake because that's what most people talk about when they go viral. They create a video and it goes viral. It gets them millions, hundreds of millions of views, gets the engagement, gets the likes, going bonkers. Fantastic. But they have no control. Once that thing goes viral, they have eliminated who is seeing and who is viewing that video. So that video could have gone to 100 million people, of which only 10 live in a 3-mile radius, because let's face it, who's travelling probably more than 3 miles to go and buy anything these days, anything these days. So even say a 5-mile radius, say maybe only 10 people have watched that, which means they're only going to make, if they're lucky, if every one of those 10 goes to the store and buys something, make 10 sales. Now, they might secure those customers as lifelong customers, fantastic. How much time, money, and effort have they put in trying to create that one single viral video? Well, most of the time, it's loads of effort, loads of time, and loads of money because nobody knows the secrets of going viral. That's the purpose
hit and miss,
of it.
Isn't it?
Exactly, that's the purpose of it. So that's company A, that's company one. Company B, they're selling horses online. That wasn't my idea, by the way, if you just tuned in there. That wasn't my company, that was Helen's company.
Helen's Horses.
Helen's Horses. She's even named it HH. And then she's going to have HH Transportation, delivering them worldwide. Let's say they sell worldwide. Now, let's say they sell just in the UK. Make it easier for a minute, just to
we don't transport
simplify.
horses out of the UK, sorry.
It's ethically incorrect. So they ship these horses well.
We do supply nationally to the UK.
UK-wide. But there's only going to be there should only be a niche market of people that are interested in horses. Two, that can afford a horse because they're expensive to maintain. And 3, that have the space for a horse. So there's some assumptions being made here, but they're probably living more countryside because of space being an issue, probably more outdoorsy type person. And if you've noticed, what we're doing here now is we're drilling down on what that ideal customer group is. Right? I wouldn't want a horse. You probably would want a horse but couldn't afford to keep a horse.
I always wanted a pony. Mummy, Daddy, I want a pony.
A Shetland pony.
I want a Shetland pony.
So you wanted one but didn't have the space or could afford one.
Yeah.
So the market now is getting very small. So if we put that same amount of effort that company A is putting into creating videos and content and all that time and money, and let's say they've created 100 videos before they manage to land on something that goes kaboom, and company B has spent the same money and time creating 100 videos, but specifically for their audience,
target audience.
Then they might only have, so company A's had hundreds of millions of views, say we're getting thousands of likes and comments, the things that visually people are like, wow, that is what I want. Yeah. Whereas company B, the horse company, has maybe only getting a couple of hundred views, maybe getting 3 or 4 likes, a couple of comments, that kind of thing. But nearly every single one of those people that is engaged in that and viewed it is their ideal customer. Yeah. Now, if you've got 200 people versus the hundreds of millions over here, then you're going to get more sales off company B than you are of company A. And I asked the question to people, what's more important to you as a company, views or sales? Yeah. And everybody comes like, well, sales.
And building a community as well, like that are going to be, it's easier to build a community that can actually interact with you in real life and that will actually purchase from you. So it's that whole thing as well. So... yeah, it's a really valid question. It's
building the trust, building the relationship, because this is the other thing that we try and explain to people all the time. You have to put yourself in the buyer's shoes. Yeah. If a company advertises a product, the chances are you're not going to buy that product, especially if it's an expensive product, from looking at it once, seeing it once, glancingly, right, I need to go and buy that. The chances are you're going to see it a few times. There's a whole piece about how many times you have to see something. It's gone up now because of how much content is shoved in our face and produced. Yeah. But in essence, you're going to have to see it numerous times. You're probably going to do a little bit of review, a bit of research, do a bit of social media stalking, all those bits and pieces before you make then that informed decision. So it takes time. This is the other thing we get is, well, great, I've got my video out or I've got my piece of content out. Where are the sales? And I read something really interesting a little while ago in that if you need sales today, you've waited too long to start content. You should be starting content, I think somebody said 18 to 24 months before you know you're going to need the sales. If you wait until today and now you're starting, you're 2 years too late. So, go on.
Yeah, I was going to say, it does take time to gain traction, for sure. And yeah, I think everybody wants that quick fix, don't they? But like you just rightfully said, the trust and understanding of a business isn't bought or gained overnight.
Of course it's not.
And it frustrates me how people are still sort of buying followers or buying these follow trains and things. Like, I've been asked to do them numerous times. And we did actually try them once with our gifting company that we had about 10 years ago. And they're just they're absolutely ridiculous.
But they're great because you get the views.
Yeah, it's just for vanity though.
But we didn't get a single sale off the back of it.
Yeah, so you spend this time doing that, but it's a complete waste of time because we didn't see the sales increase from it. And you're just wasting your time not on the right target audience at all. And so we've never used that strategy in Two Krakens or Thread a Pixel. And so the likes have been less than some of the bigger posts that we had for the follow trains, but they've been so much more valuable.
Right.
And we've seen that return, and we see that repeat business, and we see those customer referrals because that it's easier to say, look at these guys. You instantly see whether you feel like you would want to work with us or not, because we have those specific pillars that we want to portray to people, and rather than just going random. Whilst you don't want to go, it's not all about going viral, but I think it's important to know what topics are trending. And so I think it's interesting to bear that in mind for certain posts. But you can't just have that because you're always chasing. You're not following like your core values, really.
Yeah. You can do that if it aligns with what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So if you're selling horses, you're transporting horses across the UK, and somebody comes up and talks about transporting pigs across the UK, there could be some commonality or some common ground there, right?
Yeah.
If they're talking about shipping,
or when the royal horses were let loose in London,
right?
Then you could talk about that and the stress it would have on the horses and stuff like that.
That's relevant.
So,
but if we're talking about...
But it would also be of interest to your customers.
Absolutely. But if we're talking about new houses being built, well, that's got no interest to me whatsoever. So then this is the really important bit. And you're right, it's good to follow trends because you can piggyback off some of the traction and some of the engagement elsewhere as long as it's relevant.
Yeah.
And we've started talking a lot about this, and we spoke about it in a podcast the other week that's coming out after this one, actually, with a company. I'm not going to say who yet. We'll wait till that's come out. But we talked about association, brand association. And whether you know it or not, people are associating you and your business with words. And this isn't my thing. This is from a guy called Caleb Johnson, I think it is, American guy. He did the media stuff for Gary Vee, Alex Hormozy. This guy is a legend, right?
Yeah.
And he's the one that got me onto this a little while ago. And he talks about positive pairings, but actually we take it one step further. It goes beyond positive pairings. There's also negative pairings as well.
Yeah.
And if you don't make sure you're pushing positive pairings, you will end up pushing negative pairings. So an example of that is, I hate the people that talk about selling you courses that, quite frankly, all the ones I've met anyway, are talking out their backsides. I'm not saying all of them are bad. I'm not saying that. But all the ones I've met, these people online that say it's a one-off offer, get it now, I'm going to make you go viral, I'm going to change everything so you can work a couple hours a week on a laptop. And
what's £10,000? Only $999 today.
Exactly.
Today only.
Because you're really going to do that. I mean, I can't stand it. Yeah, anyway, right. Let's not get onto that. So, but if I started going on all of their podcasts... without knowing it, I then become associated. People start thinking, oh, that's what Chris is about. Chris endorses these. He likes them. He thinks they're good because why would we be going on? When in actual fact, I don't. I think they're wrong. I think they're actually like, it's as good as conning people out of money, I think. So without me creating a positive pairing, if I create no pairing and I associate myself with the wrong people, with the wrong things, people start then to, right, that's what he's about.
Yeah.
I don't like them courses either, so I better stay away from him. So we've gone off topic a little bit, but like it's Vivaro, you can piggyback off other traffic as long as it's relevant to your audience. I think that's the most important thing, whether that's a social media post, whether it's a video, whatever it is. And we've all got opinions. And there's something else that comes up a lot where people say, I don't know what to talk about. What have I got to talk about? Well, do you know what? You've got so much, you just don't realise it. even just having an opinion on other people's content is a starting point.
Yeah, and it's, you know, we did a podcast on the TV series of Adolescence.
Yes.
Because I found it so powerful as a parent. And you found it so powerful from the video production aspect.
And as a parent, I'm not soulless.
But like,
Right.
and that was sort of the angle that we took, because and that was, you know, that had a really good response to it because we'd taken a different angle on it, but we genuinely were so passionate about that because, you know, it taught so much as a parent, which, you know, I like to talk about mental health and daily life because that is part of life and running a business. It is a big factor to your career. And obviously the video production side of it was huge because it was just outstanding. So yeah, I think having something relevant from time to time is important, but you can't just focus on, you know, you're just going to be a busy mess.
Yeah, well then we're actually going to, we're actually building some like courses. They're free. We're not selling them.
No, they're $9.99 today only.
Because we're repeating ourselves so much to people at the moment. We're building like workbooks and stuff at the minute, which we're coming out in the next few, I say weeks, but probably for months. But they are coming. But like they're not free. Sorry, they are free. They're not free.
No, they're not free. They're $9.99.
They are free. Because I'm really passionate about this and getting people on the right track with content. It's so easy to get it wrong. And it's so easy as well to be misguided and put the wrong stuff out there because you're desperate for the views, because you see your competitor, you see company A, the fruit shop, getting hundreds of millions, and you're like, why am I getting hundreds of millions of views? And that's what you focus on. It's the wrong metric to focus on.
We don't need to know it's National Strawberry Day. We don't need to know it's National Wipe Your Feet Day. Please stop it.
Stop.
I mean, from time to time, okay, it's cute when it's National Dog Day. It was National Dog Day yesterday, but because I've gone on about it so much, I was like, I can't post about it. I've got a gorgeous dog here, but I can't post about it because...
But this is the thing, if you are a dog's trust or your dog's charity, then great. It's relevant. If it's not, though, like us, the Thread of Pixel, talking about National Dog Day...
Well, she has a branded bandana, so, you know, branded workwear and all.
Right. That is just nonsense.
That's
just a waste of a post.
So that's why I never did it.
Right. Well, we have done stuff previously because we were always testing. So this is the thing, you see. The advice we give is off testing we have done. A lot of people don't do it. They say, don't do that, do this. But we're always testing our stuff. And that's why our feeds, probably personal feeds, look a bit of a mess sometimes. You think, that's a bit odd. Because we're testing stuff all the time. What does that? Does that push more? Does that not? So...
and it responds differently with different businesses as well, which is really interesting. You know, Thread a Pixel with the branded workwear, you know, resonates differently and needs different sort of attention than the video production for Two Krakens. So,
but this comes into what we call ICP, doesn't it? So for those that don't know what that is, that's ideal
customer
or client profile.
Client profile.
And this was one of the most powerfulest things actually we've probably ever done in any of our businesses. And to be fair, we're quite late to the party on this. It was probably only about, 3 years ago, we really started to define what this looked like. And it was a game changer. And this is why we are so passionate about it now, because we've seen firsthand. See, this is the thing you see. We're not just selling products here. We're business owners as well. So when we talk to other business owners, we know what's working and what isn't. We're not geniuses, we're not the oracles, right? But we've tested things so we can guide on what that worked for us.
In different types of businesses as well, right? Like even with the gifting company a few years ago, again, very different business.
And different audience as well. So if you're trying to chase viral and be viral, stop now. Literally stop wasting your efforts. Concentrate instead in working out exactly, put all that effort for a minute, even stop your content, right? Put all your effort for a moment into working out into exactly what your ICP, your ideal customer, we call them golden goose around here, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter, what that profile looks like, and get really deep, really into the detail. And sometimes you'll have multiples as well. You know, like think about geography. Can you ship your horses internationally? Probably not. Can you ship them across the UK? Might struggle. Or limitations at least. If you're a veggie shop, and you don't deliver, well, actually, there's no point me advertising to somebody in London if I'm based in Birmingham. Let's really concentrate on the geography. Look at the size of the organisation. Look at the problems that your business is solving. What are they? How can they help people? What's the answers? turnover might that's important to you, their values, their branding.
It might even be how many directors or trustees they have in the business, because,
Right.
decisions are going to take longer.
So,
What kind of thing are you selling? It's as deep as that. Is it a family-run business? Are they very traditional and they're not going to look at changing things they have in place? Or are they, bringing in new blood and they're definitely, they're on a growth, real growth?
Exactly. Get really into the detail. And when we looked at Thread a Pixel as an example, there's like 15 little tick boxes of things they need to be. And once you've got that, then you don't need to chase being viral. All you do is you make sure that all of your content talks directly to that person, that ICP.
Yeah.
And it's okay to have 2 or 3 of these. So you might have, I've sell the same product, but the solution is slightly different into IT company than it is into a manufacturing company. And if an IT company sees something based on manufacturing, they would be like, well, that's not my sector. So they don't really understand. So I'm not talking the right language to the right person. So it's okay to have multiples, although I wouldn't have more than 2 or 3 of these. I think it would get quite difficult, and then the messages get quite diluted. But instead of trying to go viral, focus on working out your ICP, getting really detailed, and then make sure every piece of content you put out, website, blog posting, content writing, social media posts, videos, podcasting, white papers, networking events, all the language and everything you talk about and you say and everything you post talks directly to that ICP. And I can't guarantee it. I'm not one of these salespeople that sells things.
Yeah.
But from our point of view and everything we've done it on and everyone we've spoken to, it has worked. And they gain now more business, more sales, more leads off doing that than trying to chase going viral. Now, this isn't the same for every business because if you sell, for example, like Apple, for example, they have a huge audience worldwide. They've still got an ICP, but they'd have more value in going viral than your corner shop selling or your horses even selling across the UK, right? Because then the market's so small. So if you have a humongous market, which most businesses don't actually, but they think they do. But if you do have a humongous audience or market, viral might be right for you. But I would say for 99% of B2Bs at least, you're better off focused on your ICP and targeted content. And I think if you're B2C, I would assume maybe 90% again are more focused on the ICP versus going viral. But I think you'll be shocked at how much better engagement we see, more sales. And as I say, what's more important, 1 million views or 1 million sales? I'll go with 1 million sales every single time. And I think if you're going for 1 million views,
I think you go through stages, don't you, where you think it is all about the vanity numbers, but then when the sales aren't coming, you have to think, hold on.
Yeah,
this isn't working.
I'm not a charity.
Yeah, look how many views I've got. And then another thing we were talking to a client about, stop comparing yourself against your competitors. You can sell the story like you are individual, and that's why people come to you for your USP, the way you are, your team, your finish of product or whatever that you're offering. Stop looking at them and seeing what they're doing. The reason they're coming to you is for you. Just stay in your lane. Like, we've got tied up in that in years past, and you can become obsessed, and it's like, but that's not me.
Well, you start replicating them.
Yeah, but that's not you.
Yeah.
Like, everyone has, I know it can be hard to think out of the box, but we love doing that. We're endless of ideas of where you can tell your own story. And there's so many different ways to do it. And there's so many easy ways to do it when you're speaking to someone that's what they do. To help you on that journey. But please don't copy your competitors.
No, absolutely not. No, and like you say, it's easy to get drawn into. Well, they look like they're doing better than me.
And
we're all selling our services, right? How many business owners go out and say, do you know what? It's really, really bad at the moment. You might behind closed doors, but you're not going to go and put that on for the world. Well, some might, but and the most part, you're not going to do that. I get it. I understand. Maybe we should be more honest. Don't know. It's an argument or a discussion for another day. But you stop chasing them, like you say. I mean, there are a million people doing workwear. There are a million people doing videos and podcasting studios. There's hardly any unicorns, and if there is with the internet now, they don't last very long at all. There's somebody that's replicating it within minutes almost. So focus on you, your story, and what makes you different is, like you say, is you and the service. We could all sell the same product, but what service do I get with that? That is the bit that defines actually your business.
And I think as a business owner, like that old cliche, time is money, but you just want to know you're going to get the job done properly.
Yeah.
You want to know you're going to get it on time. You want
Right
that
first
honesty,
time,
transparency, communication, and trust.
Well, it's like our son says, treat others as you want to be treated. It's
Yeah.
so simple.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
really is. I don't understand
Yeah,
why
it
it has
is.
to be anything more than that. If you wouldn't think that's acceptable to receive that service or product, you shouldn't be issuing it.
Nah, that's it.
Simples as that. Simples.
Simples. Yeah.
So if you're trying to go viral, stop.
Yeah. Just
Concentrate on your ICP.
yeah.
Like I said, we will be releasing
Stay
some stuff in the next
focused.
few months. So if you want to pop me a message or Helen a message, we'll add you to the list. And as soon as it comes out, we'll send it to you straight away.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're not charging for it. That's no intention whatsoever. Never will be. It's just to try and help people. You know,
Yeah.
like, if we can help, we've always said, isn't this show was all about trying to help folks.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and it's quite a good time to sort of look at that because a lot of people, you know, coming into September now, a lot of people see September as a new fresh start,
January.
the new January. You know, we've all had the fantastic summer.
Hasn't
How
it been?
good has the UK summer been this
Yeah.
year? Yeah, it's been fantastic.
Although typical Brits, we like to moan it's too hot.
Yeah, but yeah, you got to take it while you can. We went to Edinburgh last week.
Yeah, mixed a bit of business, bit of pleasure.
Yeah, so I mean, felt really lucky to combine that. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
I've never been up to Edinburgh before. Oh my God, if you haven't been, it is stunning, and I'm desperate to go back. So can we get some more jobs up there, please?
Yeah.
But
I'll do my targeting content up there.
yes, yeah. But it's just absolutely stunning, absolutely gorgeous.
It
You know,
was.
so much history. The architecture is stunning. There's over 2,000 castles in
Is there?
Scotland. Yeah.
You listened to the bus tour thing, didn't you?
Yeah, whenever we go to New City, I have to go and do my bus tour.
Yeah.
So I've got my earphones
Typical
on, and I'm
tourist.
like, "Oh, Chris, that's that. Oh, did you know this?" And he's like, But I love it. I love it. And there's like a whole like city, well, not a city,
it's like
but
underground tunnels
underground
and, yeah.
tunnels of like. I wish we'd have done that. You did mention that. But yes, so much culture. The food and drink was outstanding. So yeah, totally ready for a long weekend there again soon.
Oh, I feel like I need another break now.
Well, yes, it's very full on because it was the
Yeah.
Edinburgh Fringe Festival. Again, so much talent, amazing. So yeah, I mean, that was fantastic. The summer holidays is always a juggle between the children and work, and we always try and mix in some learning for our son. I think more and more people now are saying it's not just about how academic you are on paper, it's about your attitude, your social awareness. It's so important. Like, I know we wouldn't employ people just from the academia. You know, if they come for an interview and they're just not talking to you properly, able to answer questions, able to be friendly, and all of that. A bit of
Common sense.
a bit of common sense, please. It's priceless.
Yeah. Well,
And
you
that's
can't
what we're
teach
trying
that.
to instill in our son, isn't it? Because we see the values in that so much.
Yeah, I mean, we've always recruited on personal soft skills, as they're called, versus hard skills like a piece of paper. Because it's a credit you managed to get that piece of paper for sure. But you can be the brainiest person in the room, but if you don't know how to communicate with somebody, it don't matter. Does it? The only person that knows is you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's more important to have just that willingness and eagerness to learn, which Parker, our son, I think he's getting.
Yeah,
He's pretty good.
Yeah, he was approaching shop owners and stuff in Edinburgh, wasn't he? Like
Yeah,
when we
he's
had
only
questions
11.
or we weren't sure where we were,
He'd
we were
take the
like, "Well, I'm
lead.
not sure." He's already there asking the question.
Yeah.
Excuse me, would you know where we should go? I was like, "Well, fair play."
Yeah, that's really.
Well, we're
really
still
proud of
pottering
him.
around, looking around, bewildered.
All on our phones.
yeah, straight to it.
Yeah.
So fair play. But yeah, September is like seen as a new fresh start. So it's a brilliant time. You know, most businesses, I mean, I say this every year, we go quieter in the summer holidays, but the numbers say that we don't. Maybe I just naturally fall back a little bit because I've got to juggle our son and... but yeah, September's always back with a boom because of the colleges that we work with. So that all comes for the uniforms for the staff and students there. So yeah, it's just like nice to get something in place for your marketing plan and like you say, really getting the ICP there and getting that in place. And we've seen a huge difference being more focused, haven't we? So
100%. 100%, yeah. So the motto of this podcast is stop trying to go viral. Concentrate on your ICP. Sounds very professional, doesn't it?
Stay in your lane.
Golden
just
juice.
be you and be focused, like you say.
That's very personal, like therapy almost, isn't it? Just be you.
Yeah, I'm a real fan of that. I say that quite a lot because I think it's really important. And I think when you do start being your true self more, you attract the people and businesses that you actually want to align with a lot more. So yeah, I think it's priceless, really.
That's important.
It's vulnerable being yourself completely. You know, we've always said we feel vulnerable doing the podcast and completely being ourselves. We've not got a script anywhere here, as you can probably tell.
The one up my forehead's fallen off.
Post-it notes.
To the bottom of the cup.
Yeah. So yeah, but if life's tough, you've got to just try and be yourself and surround yourself with people that.
Well, it's hard enough as it is, isn't it? So just
you feel good around and that you want to support along the journey.
There we go. So, have we got anything else to add for this podcast?
No, I think that was just a nice roundup of how you can start afresh with September being the new January, and the kids are back to school. We've had our summer clear out of clothes. Yeah. Done a spring clean of clothes because the kids grow so fast. So yeah, it's a nice time to start afresh. I do look forward to a September. I've got to be honest.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm more January, but yeah. Maybe it's because you take.
I like both because there's nice gap between the two. So.
Okay.
But with that, thank you so much for listening, and we look forward to speaking to you all again soon.
Yeah, thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the summer that's left of a day or something.
A day or two when this goes out, yeah. But thank you, and until next time, take care of yourselves. We'll speak soon. Bye.